have sweatpants on right now and slippers. So cute. Also not flexible. Hey everyone, welcome back to another craft kit testing video here on my channel. Last week I tested a wood burning kit and I made this. The thing about the wood burner is it only won by 5 votes in a previous craft kit testing episode. So instead of having you guys vote last week, I decided to do the second place winner, Crayola Beadola bead maker. What a name. This is what we're doing today. Before we get into that though, let's vote on the next craft kit that I test. Leave a comment below if I should do the third place winner, which is the Silly Scents sticker maker, also by Crayola, or do you choose the mystery door, where I pick a never before seen craft kit, one that you guys have never voted on or seen in my videos. I bought some new stuff. There are a couple vintage ones and then something that I have never ever tried before. So if you're interested in me choosing out of those are your 2 options, either this or a mystery. Surprise me. Ah, everything's falling. So the first thing I want to mention is this is kind of an older craft kit. I think that you would have to get it from eBay or some other auction type site because this is marked 2014. They may have sold it longer than just that year. But yeah, I've had this sitting around. It actually has a little bit of water damage on the back. I'm not really sure why that is. Hopefully everything is okay though. I'm not sure if the Model Magic air dry clay is going to be workable. The cool thing is I've never opened this. This is the original tape on here. I know you guys have to just trust my word, but honestly, I haven't opened this. Ready? There's some chain, 2 bracelet chains, gem stickers, and then a bunch of grommets that look like you have to punch them out of this plastic contraption. This will be fun. And a paintbrush over here on the side. We have an easy how-to guide in color, which is really exciting. I really don't mind if companies don't want to spend the extra money to print their instructions in color. That's fine because it saves us money and it also allows them to possibly put something else nicer into their kit for a better price. So it's whatever, but this is nice to look at. This is cute. This is a little sheet that goes over all 24 of the unique bead designs that you can do with this kit, and it tells you what they mean, I guess. So one's a ladybug and it says a little good luck. A rose and it says everything's rosy. Okay, wait, I can see everything's rosy, everything's good. I gotcha. It's a pun. A little bit of punnage. See, the butterfly has redeemed itself. Free spirit. That's good. There's a cat. Yes, I can purr. Over in this part, I can't really read what these are because a little bit of the box got torn off, as I mentioned. Bead drying spools, I would assume. This is the Beadola unit. There's a black part that hooks up to this, a gray part that is the bead punch, even though it's shown as black on the outside, whatever. Ooh, okay. Wow. These are the bead design plates. There's 4 of them with 24 designs. Why am I holding this upside down? Twisting my arm every which way. 24 different designs. Cardboard. Moment of truth. Is it still soft? It is! It's really squishy. Bag, you are a champ. Crayola and Hallmark? I didn't know that. So there's 4 ounces purple or violet in here. This one, if we're going by the box, should be like a silverish color and a pretty pink. Then there are 4 colors of glaze paint. It says glaze paint pot. There's a little card to subscribe to American Girl magazine. I actually was a subscriber to that magazine for at least a couple years. I saved all the magazines, I'm not even kidding. They're in my old bedroom at my mom's. And I have a doll and I have Coconut the dog and Licorice the cat. So that's everything inside the box. The next time you see me, I'll be in a different outfit tomorrow or whenever I film this, and we'll get into the kit. So the base looks like it should be pretty easy to set up. Just snap the arm onto the base. And I guess it doesn't really snap. Oh, it should be easy. Will you snap? Yeah, that was easy. So then it should move like this and look like a woodpecker. Do any of you guys remember that episode in The Simpsons? It was the one where Homer had a moo-moo and he has this little woodpecker thing typing for him. I'm gonna prepare a couple grommets Oh, they're really, really easy to twist out of here. It's a little bit disappointing though that the box only comes with one sheet of the silver ones and then 2 of the black, which are not metallic or shiny at all. On the box, the front of the box, it just shows all silver, which would be, you know, my jewelry grommet of choice. It definitely depends on personal preference, but I just think that these are gonna look less real. Now let's get into the clay. And I was actually expecting this to be Model Magic, but it feels like clay. It actually feels like very, very, very soft polymer clay almost, even though it's air dry, except it's a lot stickier. I'm just gonna grab a little bit of this and roll it into a ball. So it says roll into a 1/2 inch ball of clay. But the cool thing is you don't have to measure the diameter. All you have to do is just run it through this little hole at the side of any of the design plates. Just kind of make sure it goes through there. Something about this clay that I don't like is, well, it's kind of sticky, which, whatever, that's just the compound of it, but it dyed my fingers purple already. So now that I have the ball rolled, I'm going to put a grommet in the base and make sure that it just kind of stays in there. Then I'm gonna put the ball of clay and press it down into the grommet. It says to cover it just enough so it'll stay in place on its own. Then twist the head 90 degrees so the hole punch points down. Press the arm and hole punch through the clay until the arm stops. Oh, it looks not like a ball anymore. It looks like a donut. Lift the arm and hole punch out of the clay. I think it was supposed to stay there. Catastrophe. I'm gonna put this back in here just for the heck of it and see if we can, oh my gosh, it's even worse now. But let's see what will happen. So then you wanna twist the head back to the grommet point, grommet head. Press a grommet into the head, there we go. And put it down into the bead. And it says that they should slide together and interlock. I have heard no such thing. I can't get it off of here. This is my first attempt. Wow. This is supposed to be for kids ages 6 and up. Attempt number 2, failure number 2. Wow, so it took me 3 tries to get this. 3rd time's a charm, right? This isn't perfect. It's still a little donut shaped, but they actually do show in the instructions that it's supposed to be more cylindrical instead of round like they show on the front of the box. At this point, if you're not completely happy with the shape of your bead, it says you can reshape it by just kind of rolling it around in your fingers and, you know, reshape it, whatever you need to do. Also, while you're not working with the clay, be sure to keep it in a Ziploc bag or some sort of airtight container so it doesn't dry out, because each bead is kind of a little process on its own, so you don't want to leave the clay out the entire time. If there is too much clay on the inside, which I don't really have much at all, you can use this little bead punch, it's called, and you can get the clay out from the middle, but mine looks good. Then I'm gonna take a drying spool from this bag. It comes with quite a bit, so I'm gonna put that through and place the bead on like so. At this point, I'm gonna pick a design on the plate, and I think I'm gonna do cupcake. Oh my gosh. What is this? What happened? Oh my. Ew. Why am I so bad at this? Wow. For this next bead, I decided to try the pink clay instead of the purple. I thought maybe it would be a little bit softer, like maybe it's a different consistency, maybe the purple one just had issues, but it seems to feel about the same. Let's see if I can get a better print on this one, even though it's basically the same. Oh! Yay! So it did turn out pretty good, but good is open to your interpretation because this is a pretty different shaped bead than the box claims it should turn out to be. I was under the impression it was supposed to be more rounded, but I guess in order for it to work, it has to be more this shape. There is a little bit that didn't get printed though. Well, that's not too bad actually. It's okay. It's a bead. What are you doing in here? Oh, Leo. Bye. What in the world? This looks nothing like the color that they show on the box. This is 100% black, not silver. False advertising much? Photoshop much? It's not really about the color, it's about the principle. I feel like it never gets easier taking the bead off of here. Oh, actually, okay, that was a little bit easier than the previous times. Never expect it to be the right shape. You're always gonna want to reshape it unless you do a better job at taking it off than me. Definitely seems like the flatter they are and the more wide, the more they puff out like a donut, the easier it is to get the design. This time I'm gonna do hearts. Oh, this got... it's okay. I've yet to have a bead look like theirs. In theory, I think that the design of this kit in general is really, really clever. It has the different tools to punch the bead and then to add the grommets. Then there's a 3-in-1 function for these design trays. It has the hole to measure the bead, the actual design stampers, and then on the back, when you flip it over, there are these holders so you can put the beads there to dry. I think that's really, really cool. But the only downfall to that is you can't use the designs on that tray while you're using it to dry the beads, obviously. You have to make sure that you don't want to use that specific stamper anymore while your beads are drying. I'm probably gonna leave them out overnight just to make sure they're completely dry. I allowed the beads to dry and harden overnight, and here's what they look like now. They are really solid and pretty nice for the most part. There are a few cracks around some of the grommets on the sides, but otherwise I feel like they're not going to fall apart or crumble or anything. Now let's get on to the glaze. Here is what this one looks like. Yummy. Oh gosh. I don't know if this will work. After actually brushing it onto the bead though, I think that it's supposed to be a watery consistency. Probably not those crumbly dried pieces that I tried to mix back in, but for the most part this silver does seem to be pretty shimmery. It does turn out more shimmery on the purple than the pink in my opinion, from what I can see, and the clear glaze does actually make the clay more shiny. But I recommend that you just use silver acrylic paint instead because it is a lot more shimmery and opaque than the glaze that comes with the kit. Also, the pink glaze is extremely dull. You can barely tell that there's any color there. It kind of just looks like glitter. I do post a brand new video here on my channel every single Friday, so be sure to turn bell notifications on if you never want to miss out. And also, please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and you want me to post more craft kit testing tutorial review whatever type videos. The bracelet is slightly heavy and very clunky. Also, my wrist is pretty small. I believe it's just over 6 inches. And if I put any more than 7 beads on here, it's not going to close. So if you had like an 8-inch wrist, for example, you might only be able to put like 4 beads on here, just an estimate. Overall, I think this kit was pretty fun. There's a lot of good aspects to it, but there's also a lot of cons. And I would recommend just making beads out of polymer clay if you are someone who's looking for practical jewelry rather than a crafty type jewelry project. For younger people, I feel that this kit would be pretty fun. I enjoyed it aside from the hiccups and just the learning curve, but I do feel like some younger kids could get pretty frustrated and just give up. I thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of the day. See you in my next video. Bye! So many of you seem to